You do it for an entire year. They give you a stipend. They also give you this thing called the Education Award. It's up to $5,000, which you can then use for senior college. So you complete, but you have to finish that year. Complete that whole year. There's an option for healthcare benefits. There's also a child care option. And you get this thing called non-compete eligibility. So basically, for an entire year, when you apply for any federal job that takes NCP, you get like a special preference. You get to skip the line. Because you know they get bombarded with resumes, right? So that's how I got my current job. I used NCP, and I just emailed my resume to someone, and I didn't have to go through the website or the whatever, right? USA.jobs.gov, whatever. I just emailed someone, I got an interview, I got a job. So now I'm working down in DC, and AmeriCorps Vista gives you the same, only Peace Corps and AmeriCorps Vista gives you these two things. It has to be Vista, because there's other AmeriCorps programs, but it's specifically Vista. And I know that it's kind of in the works that CUNY is trying to bring Vistas to the college campuses, so you would work on campus for a year and then get these benefits. Peace Corps is always a good option. It's not for everybody. And, you know, it gets rough. There's peaks and valleys, roller coaster ride. I don't regret it. I can't say I loved every minute of it, but I definitely don't regret it. I think I'm that much better for it. There's also New York Cares. It's a website. You can find a lot of volunteer opportunities. If you don't want to do what Jason's doing, because he does the same stuff all the time, there's other volunteer opportunities you can find on New York Cares. Also, if you want to teach English abroad, there's the JET program. They pay you to go to Japan. You get housing. That's after you get your bachelor's. They also have similar programs in Chile, France, South Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, Colombia, Spain. There's this other thing called Fulbright. It's very competitive, but it's very prestigious and it looks really good on your resume. So if you want to go teach English somewhere after you get your bachelor's, Fulbright is a very good way to do it. So when I said, what was the number one thing that I said that you should do when you have a problem?
Research. Research and get free or out of your mind, or don't think about it.
Right, but
how
how?
you can make a difference.
Say that again?
See how you can make a difference.
Right.
I guess.
So basically, get yourself off your mind and help somebody else. Help that one little starfish that you can throw back into the ocean. And yeah. And my mantra is, you got this. Thank you very much.
Any of the secrets and you let me go. It's not how this works, right? So I just, you know, he's going to bother me later, but if I... So when I met him, he was probably one of the most annoying people I've ever met in my entire life. So if you think you're annoying at all, there's nobody more annoying than Michael. When he wants to go there, we had a drive together where he put on like a southern accent and just did not quit. He is not from the South. He should have definitely not put on a southern accent. But what he said a couple of things that I want to capitalize on because they're important for all of you as you go through your educational journey. The first thing is, take advantage of every opportunity that comes about. I mean, you guys are already doing that. You're here. You're participating in this program over the winter, you know, first week in January. Make the most of it, right? Make the connections with who's ever here. Connect with me, right? Get that letter of recommendation, whatever it is that you want to get out of it. You know, there's different levels for everybody that's here. Two is, if you decide that you want to do more, that you're going to join, that you're going to be part of what we do, then go to everything. And he literally went to everything. He went to every conference that we went to, twice sometimes. He forced me to take a group to Massachusetts a couple of times. because he went to a conference here by himself in New York with a couple of other people that then moved to Boston. So we took a group to Harvard one year, and then we went twice to Northeastern University for the same conference. And until they moved into Florida, we kept going to that conference. He went to a conference in New Jersey over a weekend. And so this is one of the Michael secrets. Not everybody's going to have this quality, but, and by the way, I should turn off the camera for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You can be a little flirtatious. We were in a conference in New Jersey. Seriously. No, don't do anything that's, bad. Don't invade anybody's space. But from a distance, you can be a little flirtatious. That's something that Michael uses. So we had a conference in New Jersey. I'm going to say, we're in a conference in New Jersey. It's the United Hispanic Leadership Institute conference. And we're there, and the conference ends, and they have this little time where they can have a social, right? All the students can have social time. And so they start playing music. And they look, and they see the green-eyed, blue-eyed boy, whatever he is, and all the girls only want to dance with him. And he goes through the whole routine, dances with every single girl that wants to dance. True?
Yeah, why
Okay, there. So, but the thing is, like, you can be a little, in terms of like your ability to communicate with people, you don't have to be so hard. You don't have to be like, oh yes, I'm aggressive. I have to get this in. No, one of his secrets is that he's soft. He sort of like does this thing of like, hey, how are you doing, Mr. Schumer? I love your tie today. The whole thing, he goes through the whole, it's like he has a whole list of things he will capitalize on. So it's not just also, oh yeah, I love that policy. No, it's not that. It's like a whole thing that he gets to, right? But that's something that you should learn, right? Go to all of these events and engage with people at a social level. Realize that it doesn't matter who it is. It's a celebrity, it's a politician, it's somebody you've admired for your entire life. They're human beings. And they appreciate you for who you are as a human being as well. And if you communicate with them as a human being, all of a sudden you break down the barrier. This dude, this summer, he wrote to the new chancellor and said, can we have a meeting? You're my mentor. And he went and he had a meeting with Chancellor Matos, who just got appointed, and in the summer, is that correct? It's all soft skills. It's all like, you're my mentor, I'm his mentor, this guy's his mentor, the other guy's his mentor. He's like, you're my mentor. Can we have, yeah, there you go. But this is a skill that you should learn. And then, what's the last thing?
So the minute someone hands you a card, email them. Like, just start a rapport, right? It was so nice to meet you. This is that. Blah, blah, blah. That's a good way to start.
Relationship management. You guys did a little bit of that, right, with Namibia to develop some new relationships with people who you were sitting next to, or maybe you didn't know. But relationship management is really important because your ability to do that over a long haul will actually make opportunities arise. He does it all the time. So I think I referenced him yesterday. I have written more letters of recommendation from Michael than anybody else. He is one of the few people who has sent me back my recommendation. He said, this is not right, go back and do it again. Twice.
Whoa.
I have had to write a 4-page letter of recommendation because it was so specific. I had to capitalize on every little single thing. But I'm willing to do that. I mean, that's part of my commitment to the members, the people who come here and participate in our programming. But it's also his responsibility to be able to say that. A lot of students who come to Hostos who ask for letters of recommendation of their professor, they send an email or they leave a voice message, and you never hear back from them, and they're like, yeah, my professor didn't give me a letter of recommendation. Michael would never do that. Michael would be knocking on the door, he would write a physical letter, he'd slide it under the door, he'd call 3 or 4 times a day. This is relationship management, understanding that you are the developers of all the goal, the enrichment that you're going to have in your life. So you have to make that effort to go out there and make that impact. So these are some of Michael's secrets that he didn't share with you when he was talking. I'm sharing them with you. And the other thing is, like, he's been the beneficiary of all of the relationships that I've had before he got to me, right? Because when we met in Washington, D.C. not 3 months ago, I put him in touch with her. Is that when he gave you Samantha? Okay, so we have a United States diplomat. He wants to go on diplomacy, so I put him in touch with Samantha, right, who was from a couple of generations before him. But now you have somebody who has done all of this stuff. Don't let him leave here without taking his phone number and his email so that you can connect with him and ask him for favors and support and guidance along your journey. That's part of the process that goes on here, and I've repeated that over and over again. The members who have come before you, I will put you in touch with them based on your
He's
need.
our brother from another mother is basically what you're saying.
That's correct. He is your special uncle. But so even while we were sitting here today, I had a former student who was trying to pursue her RN, and we had a person who had gone through a similar struggle years ago. So I sent a text message and I had her follow up with the person. And so don't let these people leave here. You know, the people you met, the people you'll meet tomorrow, don't let them leave here without taking their information and utilizing them to better yourself and put yourself in a better position. Because they've received, especially the folks who have been here before, who were my students, who were part of the academy, they benefited from that as well.
There's a huge network with the academy. And Jason's been here for like 11 years.
Wow.
12, look at that. That's a long list of people that are part of this network. This is not
And by the way, before we had the alumni relations director in here, because Michael did his soft skills, while he was waiting to present, and he walked down the hall and shook everybody's hand and said, "Hey, I'm here." Because they gave him an award last year, right? What was the name of the award? Okay, and you know who voted him for that? You know who boasted about him and said this guy has to get the award? It was me. I'm not taking credit for the award. They chose him, they voted, they selected him. But that's my job too. Once you decide that you're going to do any one of these things, right? The volunteering, taking the steps to make an impact on society. He was the chair of this program one year. All of that stuff goes in your letter of recommendation. All of that is part of who you are. And like I said yesterday, it's not me. I don't make the letter of recommendation special. The letter of recommendation that has your facts in it makes you special. And that's how you get to the next level. That's how you get that extra scholarship or whatever, all that money that he got. Or that's how you get to the job that you want to get. Or that's how you get to the college that you want to go to. Or that's how you get to the graduate school you want to go to. Or whatever else it is. And so he's been a beneficiary of that. And that holds true till today. We had people who, graduated with their masters and PhDs this year in maths from other colleges. It was some of the proudest moments I've had in my life, just to watch the scroll on Facebook of all the students who came from Hostos Community College getting PhDs and masters. It was like a long list of people. And then, you see all the other stuff. People working for KPMG, people getting jobs with big industry, people doing independent stuff, Saint writing books, all the stuff that you guys are hearing about. All of that's real stuff. And it starts with Michael sitting in the chair that you're sitting in, and you turning around and becoming Michael, or Saint, or Sally, or Inaris, or any of the other speakers that are not necessarily graduates of Hostos, but have went through similar, they're mostly similar people to you, right? They went to Binghamton, or they went to City College, they went to some other place, and I met, or Brooklyn College, and I met them, I liked them, and I said, these are the people that I need to have talk to my students. Because when I first got here 12 years ago, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you guys do what you have to do, which is attack Michael and ask him for all his secrets. But when I got here 12 years ago, they gave me, this long list of leadership programs from around the country. And the first one, the top one, the first one that I opened was Palm Beach Community College. I was like, what the hell is this? We can't do Palm Beach Community College in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. These are the richest people in the entire country here in Palm Beach. All those kids have all the time in the world to do whatever they want, whenever they want. And I'm not saying they don't do great stuff, but I'm saying we can't do this here. This is not what we're made of. So I had to rebuild it. And how I rebuilt it, and Michael says we do the same things every year. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, the members, the people who came before you, recommended all of those things. Yeah. We would have never gone to Isabella had Elizabeth Soriano not recommended that we go. We have never done Model United Nations that Diana Sanchez had done. And every student makes their own contribution over the years to to our academy and to our history and to our legacy. So thank you for that. Don't let Michael leave without, dragging some facts and information out of him. He's got business cards. I didn't make those. And thank you for that. Tomorrow's our big day, right? We start with Jessica Jenner in the morning. She's great. Arel Moody in the afternoon, and we're going to have Kelvin talk in between that about what's going on campus. We're also going to give some prizes to some essay winners from this past semester, just so you know, because we like to help out with everybody. And then we end the day with the dining etiquette. So if you want to eat good food, I believe they ordered salmon and some other stuff. So we're going to do all that, and people are going to serve you, and God help us, we're going to mess up the floor. It is fancy. But thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. I'm okay. I forgot to print out the sheet. I'll give it to you.
You seem to look in a real